Welcome to Growth Formula. Success is not a coincidence. Success is a formula. Join our transformation journey and subscribe now.
Success is not a coincidence. Success is a formula. Last time, we mastered the environment of depth with deep work. We learned that in a world of digital smog, the ability to focus is a superpower. But even with the ability to go deep, you must ask yourself, where am I pointing this laser beam? If you go deep on the wrong task, you are simply becoming efficient at mediocrity. Today, we narrow the focus to the point of absolute impact. Welcome to Growth Formula. Today, we are mastering the brutal simplicity of the one thing by Gary Keller. Most people are living a lie. They've been told that a long to-do list is the mark of a productive life. They wake up and try to tackle 20 different tasks, giving a small piece of their soul to each one, only to realize at the end of the day that they haven't moved the needle an inch. This is what we call the thick of thin things. Gary Keller explains that the path to extraordinary results is not through doing more, it is through doing less. In fact, it is through doing the only thing that matters. Think of your life as a series of dominoes. If you try to knock down 500 dominoes at once by spreading your hands wide, you lack the force to move any of them. But if you find the lead domino, the one thing that when tipped starts a chain reaction that knocks down everything else, you don't need effort, you need precision. In 1983, Lorne Whitehead wrote in the American Journal of Physics that a single domino can knock over another domino that is 50% larger. Think about the geometric progression of that power. If the first domino is only 2 inches tall, the 18th domino would be the height of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. By the 57th domino, you would have a chain reaction that reaches from the Earth to the Moon. This is the growth formula for success. You don't need to knock down the moon today. You just need to find the 2-inch lead domino and hit it with everything you've got. Extraordinary success is sequential, not simultaneous. You build one thing, then the next, until the momentum becomes unstoppable. This isn't about working harder, it's about finding the pressure point. Before you can find your one thing, you must dismantle the lies that society has used to cage your potential. The first lie is that everything matters equally. When everything is a priority, nothing is a priority. Equality is a lie in productivity. Results are never distributed equally. They follow the Pareto principle, where 20% of your effort creates 80% of your results. But the one thing takes it further. Out of that 20%, there is one single action that stands above the rest. The second lie is that multitasking is a skill. Multitasking is merely the opportunity to screw up more than one thing at a time. Every time you switch tasks, you pay an orientation penalty. You waste time and cognitive energy refocusing. You are not a computer with multiple processors. You are a human with a single finite focus. The third lie is that you need a disciplined life. You don't need more discipline, you need habits. Discipline is like a burst of energy used to start a habit. Once the habit is formed, it takes over. You only need enough discipline to develop the right habit for your one thing. Research shows it takes an average of 66 days to form a habit. Once you cross that threshold, the one thing becomes automatic. Fourth, willpower is always on tap. Willpower is a finite resource. It starts at 100% in the morning and drains with every decision you make, from what to wear to what to eat. If you save your one thing for the end of the day, you are trying to change your life with a 1% battery. You must do your most important work when your willpower is at its peak.
Fifth is the balanced life. Balance is a myth. Extraordinary success requires counterbalancing, going to the extreme in your one thing while merely managing the rest of your life. If you want to be a world-class pianist, you cannot spend equal time on every hobby. You must be okay with chaos in the non-essential areas of your life to achieve greatness in the essential one. Finally, big is bad. We are afraid of big goals, but big is an opportunity. If you don't aim big, you settle for a life that is smaller than your potential. Big thinking precedes big results. You must grow into the person who can achieve a big goal. Gary Keller provides us with the ultimate tool for clarity, the focusing question. It is not a suggestion, it is a command. What is the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? This question works on two levels. First, it gives you the big picture. What is my life about? What is the one thing I want my legacy to be? Second, it gives you the small focus. What do I need to do right now, in this moment, to move toward that big picture? It forces you to ignore the okay opportunities and the good projects. When you find your one thing, you stop reacting to the world and start architecting your destiny. You stop asking, what should I do, and start asking, what must I do? Once you have your one thing, you must protect it through time blocking. If your one thing is your work, you block out the first 4 hours of every day for it. During this time, you are off the grid. No emails, no meetings, no quick questions. You must become a no man to protect your yes. As we learned in Essentialism, every time you say yes to a non-essential meeting, you are saying no to your lead domino. Your time block is sacred. It is the sanctuary where your greatness is built. You must move from an entrepreneurial mindset, doing what comes naturally, to a purposeful mindset, doing what is required to reach the next level. This means seeking out better models, better systems, and better coaching. To sustain this, you must commit to the 3 commitments: mastery, moving from E to P, and accountability. Mastery is the pursuit of excellence. It's not a destination, but a journey where you constantly refine your craft. Moving from E to P means that when you hit a ceiling, you don't just work harder, you find a better way. Accountability means taking full ownership of your outcomes. You don't blame the economy, your boss, or your luck. You look at the formula and ask how you can improve the variables. We must also be aware of the 4 thieves of productivity. The first thief is the inability to say no. Every yes is a debt you owe to your future self. The second thief is the fear of chaos. When you focus on your one thing, other things will get messy. Your desk might be cluttered, or your inbox might be full. You must accept this as the price of greatness. The third thief is poor health habits. You cannot perform at a high level if your body is failing. You must manage your energy, sleep, nutrition, and movement as if it were your most valuable currency. The fourth thief is an environment that doesn't support your goals. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher and remove the triggers that distract you. Your 4,000 weeks are ticking. The sand in the hourglass is falling. Success is not about how much you can do. It is about how much you can ignore. It is about the things you are brave enough to leave on the cutting room floor. In the growth formula, we don't want more, we want better. We don't want a busy life, we want a vital life. If you are ready to find your lead domino and start the chain reaction of your life, then you have finally found the formula. You have found the narrow gate that leads to the life you are meant to live. If you found this breakdown valuable, don't let the noise drown out the signal. Hit the subscribe button to join our community and unlock the secrets of the world's greatest books. This is your path to the formula. What is your lead domino today? What is the one thing you can do right now that makes everything else easier or unnecessary? Let us know in the comments below. Let's grow together.